G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Another day, another tree. This is another little shimpaku juniper I've been developing. I'll just show you the kind of size it is. It's a nice smallish size. Now this tree has some interesting features. It's starting to develop a nice bit of shari over here, a nice bit of deadwood. You got two possible fronts if you really look at it. There's a couple of fronts there, but I think from my opinion, this front, it's got a nice bit of shari there, nice bit of deadwood here, and it's an interesting, hopefully, look. The only problem is all the foliage is right out here, and this tree, whilst it would be nice to have it fully styled, it's come to the stage where I need to try and compact this to make it a smaller tree. I want to try and twist it and make a nice little small tree in here. That's my plan. I do have this very long branch at the bottom here. Now I'm having a look at it, and it's a very straight long one, which I should have put more bends and twists in it earlier, but I didn't. This one has a few bends and twists. I think I might have been thinking to do a semi-cascade or something, or a cascade in there, but I just don't see it now. It's too skinny of a trunk to give you that look, and all the foliage is really starting to get out on the tips, and it's never going to be a very convincing cascade in my opinion. So what I want to try and see if I can do is crank this tree right around and make a smaller tree. Now it could possibly mean that this will be the front eventually, it could be, or we stay with this as the front. But there's two options. There's options here, or you could change the angle. There's another nice angle in here. You can see that. So many different positions we can have the tree in. Probably the focus is making sure the live vein when it comes out of the soil, and the dead wood as well. You can see the live vein where it comes out of the soil. That's very important when you do shari work or shari on a juniper, and showing the dead wood and live wood, the contrast. So very important to do. Very important to have. This tree is going to be, I'm just going to try and will fully wire this top into a nice contorted smaller tree. That's the aim today. I think I'll be removing this. There's not much use of it. I'll show you, try and show you. See how the foliage, it's very straight. I could bend and twist it, but where am I going to add it to the design? You know, I'm thinking it's a one branch tree at the moment. If I bend and twist it, I'm not sure where it's going to fit. So I'm going to study the tree a little bit before I cut anything off, so maybe I can use it, but at the moment I don't think that's usable. Even if I make see, it's very crispy too. I think I might break if I try and do anything drastic to it. So I just slowly, all I do, like before I bend, is I just kind of give the branches a nice little bit of a massage, as they call, or twist it up a little bit, bend it a little bit in my hand, so that when we go and bend it, it won't, less likely to crack. So yeah, I'm probably pretty confident I'll be taking that off. I'm only using that top tree. So let's see how we go today, and getting this tree into the next stage. This is not a, I don't believe this will be a final styling, if you know what I mean. This will be more the next stage before it goes into maybe its final stage of viewing. And look, we want to get the big bends in it now, so we'll have very heavy wire on it. It doesn't look that good, but the tree is in the right position. Let it grow up for 6 months to a year, and then come back and style it into its probably final look and design. Then we'll make sure where the live vein is and the deadwood is, and yeah, that's the process. So let's start with the next phase now. So all I've done is wired I wired that lower branch, because I'm thinking if I put some bends and twists into it and let it grow into it, I could airlay that off, and there's another tree. So always have options. That's the question. That's the answer. So I've wired this branch and this main branch with the same wire. Then I've wired a smaller branch and followed up the top. So now I'm in the position to try and bend and twist this tree. What I'll do is I'll start with the lower one, because just in case I want to feel out how the tree is going to bend. Just if it breaks, oh well. I'll try not to, but you know, it's just one of those things that it could happen. But I want to concentrate on this and be careful, so I'm going to try and do the bottom one first. Always use two hands, and then just slowly try and So you can see how much I've bent already there. Nice and close. No creaking, no cracks at the moment. I didn't hear anything. So I've already twisted that up quite substantially. So you can see, look at that, I made a nice little tree. I can almost make a nice little tree there already. You can see that. You know, if I wanted to use that, you could possibly do that. So that's why you never cut off anything off, I guess. So I just want to maybe tweak it a bit more, because ultimately this will probably come off this branch. So the other thing is you want to stay quiet so you can hear in case it's creaking too much. But so far so good. So there you go. So that big branch out here now is right inside, contorted into there. Nice, bent and twisted. I'm trying to show you. See, that's nice and twisted. There's a bit of deadwood here, so I had to be careful. But it's okay. So far so good. I can come in and airlay that off in the future. I might position this a bit down. So I want it to grow out that way. So try and get it to go that way. There you go. So that's the first bit done. Looks okay. A few little creaks here and there, but nothing too major, I don't think. It looks all right to me. So there you go. Now we're going to try and get this main tree twisted around. I think I'm going to follow the same way this one went. So that's why I just want to try and tweak this out of the way, because I wanted it to come in and sit inside here. So let's give it a go. It's much thicker, so I've just got to be more careful. Now I've wired the wire in the position that I'm going to twist. So I've wired it this way, and I'm going to twist it this way. So wherever the tip of the wire is pointing underneath, that's eventually which way I'm going to go. So hopefully this works. I might need to get some tie wires and tie this in a bit. But I really want it to come right around. It might not happen in the first go too, so it might be slowly. It's coming. A few creaks, but it's okay. Don't be nervous, people. You're probably getting, oh, that looks like it's gonna crack or something. So far so good. So I'll just show you a quick update, so you can see how much it's come right in. Or hang on, was this the front? Anyway, whichever way, you can see how much it was way out here. Now it's trying to come back right back in. So now that's from the side, so you can see it's starting to make its way around. Just checking, nothing, all good. So far so good. Take your time. Might seem a little bit boring, but it takes time to get down there. So look at that. I've actually bent it all the way back on itself, and made it into a nice smaller tree. Even if you can pick which side's the front, possibly now looking, because the big bends at the back here, possibly this side will be the future, or we could change the angle, have it in there. So many different possibilities now. Let me just have a quick look, see how much more I can bend and twist it. So there was a lower branch on this branch, and I've actually bent it, and it's in here now. So that would probably, I'll just tweak that a bit more. Because eventually that could even develop and be the new top. Let me have a look. So now I probably just want to try and get this even more around into here, and bring this bit this bit down and then this bit up a little bit so I can sit in the apex. And I haven't had to use any guy wires, which is really cool. Usually I have to use guy wires to hold all this down. Alright, there's a bit of deadwood here. That's probably what you heard just snap. Actually, I'm really starting to get happy about this. I don't want to get too excited, but it's actually done really well and coming really nicely. There you go. That's probably a good idea of where the tree will finish. So you can see why this branch, remember the lower branch, it's not going to be usable because I've twisted all this into place and this is kind of in the way now. So I will either cut that off eventually or elevate it off. So you've got options. Could be even a nice big gin, maybe. But have a look at how different that is. It's nice and contorted. Remember the branches were right out here? Now it's all in here, and that was the plan. I don't really want to, I'm not really fussed about wiring these guys up at the moment because there's no final design. So unless you've got a final design in place, you could probably do it. But I could be corrected because some of these branches are kind of in the perfect place to create a little tree. And I might actually just, there's 1, 2, 3, these three. Not this one. This one's got the big heavy wire on it. But these three, if I wire those in place, I've kind of got my tree already. You can see what I mean? Then again, I don't know, is it the final tree? So, there you go. But anyway, I think that's all I wanted to show you today. Preparing good quality stock for the next phase. So now this tree's ready, grow out for another 6 months at least into those positions. Now that it's coming into spring, it should explode in growth. I'll feed it as per normal and get it really vigorous and growing, and it should fit into and set in that position. 6 months, maybe come back next spring and just have a look. But don't worry, that's where you have to mulch a lot of trees anyway. But really good at showing you the next stage, and you saw how long they were. There's nothing stopping you from compacting the tree and making a mini, and that's what I've just done. Well, I hope it'll work. I don't see any problems. There's no cracking, no breakage. A few creaks here and there, but nothing won't impact the tree. So now I'll pretty much leave the tree alone for 6 months, and that's it. I hope you can see that. So yeah, if I push that down more, maybe you'll see even a better shape. You can see what I'm talking about. So eventually maybe just this bit is all used, and you'll have all this nice dead wood and shari in there. So yeah. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Lots more to come, so please subscribe to the channel and click the little bell icon so you can get notifications of when I put new videos up. See you next time guys.